Perfect your brush strokes. Have a strong inspiration board, and painting is all yours. I always begin with a source of inspiration, something that deeply moves me or connects me with my inner world. In this creation, my earlier study of the 7th century Sittanavasal cave mural became the spark. Once the motif is finalized, I move on to prepare the swatch board. A swatch serves as a sample of the original rendering that is intended for the final fabric. For this step, I prefer working with poster colors as they allow me to test combinations vividly and accurately. I parallelly check if the criteria mentioned in the sutras are met in my swatch. रेखाश्च वर्तनाश्चैव भूषणां वर्णमेव च विज्ञेयां मनुजश्रेष्ठचित्रकर्म विभूषणाः, which highlights the essential elements of design, line, technique, intricacies of the design, and pleasing color scheme. Once I am convinced these elements are met, the complete swatch then becomes part of my record book for future references. Let me quickly walk you through the materials required for this project. I intend to work with appropriate materials. As we know, the right materials make the right magic. Now it's time for us to paint the motif on the fabric. Measure and mark the placement of the motif on the fabric. Then secure a clipboard beneath for support. Align the motif in position with the carbon sheet placed beneath and carefully trace the design onto the fabric. I know the setup isn't exactly professional. My studio is a small space and there isn't enough room to spread out the sari fully. So I moved it to my bedroom and conveniently used my heritage cot as a makeshift table. I covered the entire bed with a plastic sheet to protect it from any spills or stains, and then carefully spread the sari over it and began to paint. Now let's come back to the process. Once we have traced the motif on the sari, stretch it onto the frame. Use a marker to define the outlines properly and then start to paint. Once the painting is done, again with the brush outline the motifs. Painting the border was fairly easy, but working on the pallu proved to be quite a challenge. Since the design was a large continuous spread, I couldn't fit everything into the circular frame. Some I managed to, while some I had to stretch the fabric across the bed and secure it tightly with heavy books to maintain the tension and get a smooth surface for painting. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. This project took me a couple of weeks to complete. Required sturdy effort, dedicated time each day to bring it to life. I need to express my gratitude to my friend Madhavi, a proud woman entrepreneur who runs a boutique. She commissioned this project and gave me the time, space, and complete freedom to design and express my creativity on the sari. Her trust encouraged me and supported me throughout the process to complete it and give it a good finish. An artist can turn anything into a canvas, and this time for me it was a sari. I usually express myself through my hand carved designer blocks when working with saris. But this time it was my brush that became my tool for creation. I had a complete satisfaction for having given a good finish and for the happy customer. I also cross checked if I am following up all the definitions of the sutra at each stage. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the process or found the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Do share it to your artist friends or those who are looking for unique designer wear. Thanks again, and we'll come up with more such videos.